everywhere they want a phone number from me. I don't have a phone. I never did. And I'm not gonna get one either. Like, I don't want to end up like one of those mobile phone zombies. You know, these... Yeah. Yeah, if you're watching this on a phone, you're fucking retarded. You're basically helping them force the digital ID on us. Or the digital euro if you're in Europe. I want none of it. But that also means that at some point, I'm guessing, I won't be able to access YouTube anymore. And then all these pretty uploads are gonna stop. And I hope on that day that you remember, I also upload to the competition. Yeah, this one is new, by the way. A longtime viewer of mine told me about it. So I went over to the platform and made an account. The more, the better. Also, I'm now getting huge. So it really looks like I'm on the juice. And once you hit the juice, the health complications will surely follow. Also, from what I've seen, YouTube doesn't take too kindly to those who talk too much about the juice. So it could be that I'm gonna be banned at some point. Which is fine, like I said, I'm also over at the competition. But what if I'm banned, but my videos don't stop? Like we Germans have been lied about in the past. Like the excrement porn, for example. Like, we're not into that. But the Americans, like, they all believe it. It's a lie, like, persistent since the Second World War. I have no idea who came up with it, obviously. So, how do I prove that this is really me? That I'm not some artificially generated six-finger thing.
It's an impostor! An impostore!
So I thought, in TrueNix, when you download an ISO, you get keys so you can check if the ISO has been tampered with, because it has been signed with encryption keys. And if they don't match, tampered with, download again. But that doesn't work with video files. I mean, it does work with naked video files, sure, but once you upload it to YouTube or any other platform, it gets compressed further. And so this file doesn't match this file, so it doesn't match the keys either, so that doesn't work. So I thought, like, crap. Taken out by the juice, no longer able to upload, basically living with a headache, no more fame, but I'll never go down to the daisy chain.
Combine the snake's fist with the cat's claw.
I'll just create a daisy chain out of encryption keys. As in, I created key pair and give you the public key at the end of this video, and in the beginning of the next video, I give you the private key. You then take the private key, create the public key yourself, and check if the public key matches the public key from the last video. And if they match, daisy chain is intact, all good. If they don't match, you know something is wrong. Boom. Unfortunately, this doesn't work with OpenBSD Signify, because Signify, if we check the man page, it has -G, -P, -S, as in generate, public key, -S, private key. Yeah, but that doesn't help us, because like this creates the keys for me, but I need a way for you to create the public key from the private key. And this isn't like, yeah, it's not offered, because it's not thought like that. It's for signing files, but like I said, the file signing thing doesn't work. So I went with openssl, as in all video files since the warning videos, I think, that was when I started, are signed with LibreSSL, elliptic curve, brainpool P512T1. You don't need to know this. This openssl command is the same. So let's check the man page. You get the private key, put it in a file, and put it in this format. There you go, like this. And then you type in openssl, like it's in the man page, EC for elliptic curve. Oh, there's a difference here. The LibreSSL man page is all in one page. In openssl, you have to go to man openssl EC, -EC, yeah, -EC. So yeah, openssl EC, then in, there you put the there you put the file, put in pubout, and then -out, and then you get the public key file. And that public key file you compare with the public key from the last video, boom. And if it matches, all good. If it doesn't, you know something has been tampered with. And if it doesn't match, you have to tell me. And if I don't correct it, or like don't correct it with new keys, like I have also made backup keys, which makes it a little more complicated, but I'll get to that. If I don't correct it with the backup keys I've made, then you know something is amiss. Which brings me to the next thing. You can't put pointers or comments into the private keys with openssl. Well, at least not this way, like I did. Maybe you can. I should check the man page. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I found a better way anyway, because the brain pool isn't the best either. So I always wanted the @25519 like we use in SSH. So I thought, why not create the keys with SSH? Which has really advantages, because the OpenSSH package is the same everywhere. SSH keygen is in there, so this would be compatible with everything. So what you do then is, because from now on all the videos are going to be signed with SSH, is you put in SSH minus keygen minus Y for compare minus F for the file. And then there you put in the private key, which should be formatted like this. Boom. And then it gives you the public key with a comment at the end, which I can put in the private key, that tells you where to find the public key. Because like I said, the backup keys I used are inside the video somewhere. And you then would have to check, is it this one? Is it this one? Is it this one? It's really not very practical. Also, I'm going to put the encryption keys in the description too, properly formatted, so you can compare them easier. But don't forget to check if it's also the key used in the video. If you don't, the description is easily changed, and or the uploaded video. So make sure you check them. Anything else? Let me think. Right. Then there was the problem. How do I fit all those pretty keys into the frame? Because if I copy them in there with GIMP, I get the hyphens at the end, which I really don't want. So I had to font size and check. That wasn't for me. So I wrote me a little script like we do in Tunix, which creates the key, puts it in the right directory, and gives out the key, what font size, and how it's formatted, so I can copy this right in. And I was really proud of it. It was really nice. Because through the comments, the SSH keys, the private keys, are longer, shorter, never the same size. So I needed calculated so it fits right in there. And then a buddy of mine sent me this. Oh, yes, he's a faggot. And I thought, fuck me, I wrote all this for nothing. So I went to the GIMP and tried it, but the options weren't there, I didn't know what to do. But then I found out if I put a 0.1 into the kernel option up here, and I resize it, that works. But an OpenBSD, we still have the older GIMP, and there when I go into the alignment tool to make it centered, it takes the font box. But if I click on the font box to make it fit to the written text, it doesn't use the line breaks and I get one line. I don't want that, so this was not what I needed. But over at Linux, Arch, which I'm using to cut this, when I press there the alignment tool, it uses the written text. So there I could have done it like he did in this Apple video. And I was like, crap. Still, I'm not sad that I wrote these scripts, because it sorts the directories, it moves the used keys into a used key directory, and I can see the comments and stuff again, so that I know that I don't have a typo in there or something. So it's really nice. Also, as my math professor always said, it's a great exercise. So now you might think, well, some of you at least, but what if I wait until you upload the video, I take the private key, delete your video, upload another one, and put that private key in front of that video? Good question. That's where the competition comes in. This is basically how the Bitcoin blockchain works. You can tamper with one video, but then on the other platforms, the video won't match anymore. So if people pay attention, and they will if they care about this, they see someone has tampered with it. Just like in Bitcoin, if you do a 51% attack, you can change stuff. But here's it's even worse, because if one of the platforms doesn't match, you can just tell me, and I then can correct it. Well, correct is the wrong word. I take a look, and if I say, oh yeah, that this was a mistake or something, then you know it's okay. But only if I use proper keys, and if I don't, you know, I have been compromised. Well, not me, but the video platform. So yeah. Also, for the video keys pasting in, I could have also used Inkscape probably. And Inkscape probably would have had a feature. But I don't have an Inkscape girl anymore. I had one, like she made all these fine t-shirts. Like I gave the AI what I needed, basically, and it gave me some crappy example, and I then gave it to my designer girl and told her I need this like that, and this like that, and this, and then she makes she does her magic, and boom, cool t-shirts. Unfortunately, I don't have it anymore, so now I have to learn Inkscape my own self, or go naked. So now you know why I work out. Anyway, the videos are secured, but what is still left are the comments and, of course, my posts over at Twix. Which I still can't access, by the way. Like, probably never again. But yeah, there's nothing I can do there, because the key thingy doesn't work like that. But for the videos, I think this is good enough. I mean, okay, of course, if you get to all the platforms and change all the videos, you can still tamper with it. There's then nothing I can do. But at that point, this is more like a contingency. Contingency, is that a word? Yeah, I think. Because, like, I'm not important that at the moment, but should I be important now? I have done the work to secure the things I said, so that nobody can spread falsehood about me. Not that someone ever would, especially now that I'm strong, that I'm looking like I'm on the juice. Yeah. And that's all I got, I think. Yeah. Fun and happiness.